Hi everyone, it's Gabby. Welcome to my channel. Today it is going to be a tutorial kind of video. This was requested by Lynn's Beauty Stash here on YouTube. So yeah, I'm going to do a tutorial on how I repress eyeshadow, but really any kind of powder product. So in this case, I'm going to show you three different repressing things. So first two are going to be two eyeshadows. The first one is going to stay in the same pan. It is just to use the way it is. So I'm going to focus the product in the middle of the pan, and it is going to stay in the same pan it originally is. The second one is going to be a shadow that I move from one pan to another. That pan is too small, and the eyeshadow brush that I'm using doesn't really reach the product. So I'm going to move the product to a bigger pan so that it is easier to reach. And I'm going to film it because and include it into this video because I do it a little differently from how I do it usually for when I'm just repressing things. Just because I like to add the alcohol after I move the product, just because it is easier to actually move the eyeshadow from or the powder from one place to the other if it is dry. And then the last one is going to be a lipstick, and usually people use a microwave, but I don't have one, so I do use a hair dryer. This is not my idea, but I could not find who I saw this from. If I do find it, I will link it down below, but right now I saw this a lot of time ago, so I'm not sure where it came from. I'm very sorry, but yeah, this was totally not my idea, but you know, it is how I do it. This is just the second time I Franken a lipstick. So yeah, I thought I'd include that too because I didn't find a lot of tutorials about that without the microwave. So yeah, I hope you find that interesting, and yeah, I will see you at the end of the video. No, just one general information. I do suggest to put down something to protect the surface you're working on. I'm using just a plastic mat, but yeah, that really helps to prevent the surface you're working on from getting stained, because the repressing process can be quite messy, at least for me. So I just you do that. You can really use anything to protect your table or your surface. And yeah, that is pretty much it. Enjoy. So this is the eyeshadow I'm going to repress, and usually I would wait a little longer, but I'm using this as an highlighter, and the brush I'm using is quite big, so it is difficult for me to reach the product right now, so I'm going to repress it. I'm going to use alcohol 90%. You're going to hear this again because for some reason I decided to film the second part first. But this is pink. It's just normal alcohol. It's 19%, and the higher the percentage, the better. But yeah, that's just alcohol. Then I'm going to use a little dropper that I got from an old eye product. Then I'm going to use a toothpick that is dirty right now because I use it for the other thing that you're going to see in a second. And I'm going to use a pen to help me press down the product once I'm done, and a paper towel to absorb the excess alcohol. So I'm going to take some drops of the alcohol and just wet the product. You don't want to do too much because that will be messy. I think that's enough. I'm going to try and spread that. Now this product has been repressed a lot, so I will try not to make it reach the corners again. I hope I can do that, just because otherwise I don't know if I will be able to repress it once again. I think it's the third time I repress it right now, so I think that's about enough. But yeah, you just want to mix the product, and if you see that it's a little too dry and it doesn't make nice paste, you can add some more alcohol to it. I'm going to work on it a little bit more and then add some more because it's a little dry right now. So this is the perfect consistency that you want to get when you're working to repress an eyeshadow. At least it is my favorite. Because if it is like more liquid, it is going to be difficult to work with it. But this way it is smooth enough that doesn't have, you know, pieces that you can see in the paste you made, but it's not too liquid, so you can still work with it and kind of move it around. So in this specific case, I'm going to focus the product in the middle because, as I said, I don't want it to reach the corners because it will be very difficult for my brush to reach there. And I'm going to go ahead and scrape the borders so that I get every little bit of product that is in here. And yeah, that's pretty much it. Now I'm going to take my paper towel and press it down. So this is going to absorb a little bit of the alcohol that is in excess. And as you can see, I'm gonna just fix this little corner here because it's getting too close to the side of the pan and I don't want that. But yeah, of course, if you have more product, that is not going to be something you can avoid, and that is kind of what happened with the other one I did and that you're going to see in a second. But yeah, you just want to press that down, and this one is drier, is on the drier side, so you don't need to absorb a lot of the alcohol. So I'm going to just move this one in the middle one more time, and then I'll go in with the pen to really press it down. And of course, I think some of it is going to stick to the sides anyway, but you know, it's not that big of a deal. So I'm going to press a little harder on this one. I think I will need a smaller pen. This one is too big. Yeah, it is. I'm going to use the cap of this, of the alcohol jar I'm using. Okay, let's just. Okay. So that jar, that pen is the same size as the one I'm using, so it is difficult to press this one. So we'll just use something smaller. Anything will do. Even a coin if you don't have anything to press down the product. So yeah, that's pretty much it. Really hoped I could avoid the side. Let me try one more time. And then if it doesn't work, it's gonna stay like this. You don't want to press too hard when you do this, just because otherwise it will be harder to get the product when you use it. So you want to press it down, but not too hard. Okay, so I think that's the best I can do with this one. And yeah, that's pretty much it. This is how I move one eyeshadow from one pen to the other. In this specific case, I'm going to remove this one from this very small pan into a larger one, just because I cannot get my brush in there. I'm using a very large brush because this is going to go as a primer setting shade, and my brush for that purpose is really big, so it doesn't fit the pan. So what I'm going to use is going to be alcohol, 90%. You can use smaller percentages, but I heard somewhere that could cause mold, so the higher the alcohol percentage, the better. Now this one is pink. You will see it is pink, and that is because in Italy you can only find that in pink. I'm not really sure why, but I see a lot of American YouTubers that have clear alcohol. This is just regular alcohol, but it is pink. So yeah, there's that. And I'm going to use something to grab the alcohol. So this is just from an old I think it was an eye cream, like eye drops. So yeah, this I will use to grab the alcohol. Then I will use paper towel to press the shade and to absorb the excess alcohol. I'm going to put the shadow in this pen right here, but I will use this other one to help me press down the shade. And then I will use a toothpick to remove the eyeshadow from this jar to this pen to this other one. You can really use anything that is pointy. And if you have like spatulas as these one, I will show you in a second, like these, they work fine as well, but I do prefer the toothpick because it will get better in the corners. Now this is a round pen, so it doesn't really make any difference, but I do prefer the toothpick anyway. So yeah, that is how I prefer to do it, but you can really do it with anything that is pointy and you are fine with. So the different thing that I do when I move an eyeshadow from one place to another is that I don't put the alcohol in it first. I will just scrap the product out and move it into the pan and then add the alcohol. Yeah, I think we are pretty much done. I'm fairly happy with the result. Now, yeah, I will just have to wait for it to dry down and then I will put it back into my Z palette. Now I'm going to Franken my lipstick. This one is, as you can see, almost gone. And I want to Franken, this one is also already been Franken, that's why you see it so weird. But yeah, I'm going to Franken it with this one in this container because I've already Franken this one with another one of these that I already had. And the container part is a lot smaller, so it will be easier for me to you know, to just use it up. But you can really do it with any packaging you have. So for this, I'm going to use my hair dryer. This one is really beat up, as you can see. But yeah, I'm going to use my hair dryer. A lot of people do this in the microwave, but I don't have one. So yeah, we're going to do it this way. I've seen this on YouTube, but I cannot really remember where. So if I can find the video, I will link it down below. But yeah, this is totally not my idea. Sorry, I don't have the reference for that. That happened a lot of time ago. So yeah, sorry for that. So I'll be using this hair dryer, and of course any hair dryer is going to be fine. And then I'm going to use this cup right here. You will just need something that is heavy enough so that the hair dryer wind kind of thing is not going to move it. And that I say for personal experience, because last time I frankened this lipstick, it was quite messy because I used a plastic container that was obviously really lightweight, and I had to keep it still with my hands. But the hot hair from the hair dryer really was not pleasant, and was kind of burning my my hands. So I recommend you use something that has weight to it so that you don't need to hold it still with your hands. Yeah, then I'm going to use a little spatula to remove the product for the from the containers. That's pretty much it. Honestly, this one I think is going to be a little too tall, but that was really the smaller container I could find, so it will do. It will have to do. So right now I'm going to remove the product for the from the containers. So let's just do it. Well, that came out easy. Okay. So I will grab everything that is in here, and yeah, nothing special about this part. You just need to remove the product, and as you can see, this one is really deep. So yeah, was never going to use that up that way. But of course, you just find out about this when you actually remove the product. So it's not something you can plan. You can plan ahead. So let's just remove this one as well. You will see that this one is a lot smaller. There you go. It's less deep than the other one is, so that I don't have to scoop out the product too much. And yeah, that is it. So now that everything is out, I mean, this this process is quite messy, just so you know. I mean, I'm pretty messy in general, but with this thing is just messy. So now I'm gonna use my hair dryer to melt what is in here, and I will just put some music on because it's not going to be pleasant, you know. It's just going to be the hair dryer doing its thing. And I will just prepare this one and roll it completely down so that I have all the space to put the product in. This one actually has a hole in it, so I don't know. I will just try and find the other one of these that I have, because I don't think that one had a hole. I don't know if you can see that, but I think the hole is going to get in the way. So I will go grab that and see if that one has a hole as well, because I don't really like that. Probably I will have to put it in a jar if I don't find the other one of these and that one doesn't have a hole. So yeah, I will just do that and be right back. Okay, so I grabbed the other one I have, and this one has the hole as well, but I did not remove the product from there for some reason. So I think I'm going to use that one in the hope that the product doesn't skip and move down. So I'm going to remove these two that I'm not going to use and roll this one down. So yeah, I will just anticipate what I will do, because I will not have much time to move the product from this jar to the little container, so I will just anticipate that. I will melt these bits and just pour them down, and I will have to heat them again every now and then. So yeah, let's just get started. So, okay, that is it. I don't think I can do much more, and I will just leave the product to settle, and let me just see. Okay, I will try to clean the edges here, and here the product is already dry, well, drier than the rest of it. So yeah, we'll just wait for it to dry, and that is pretty much it. Okay, so I'm just here to show you the final result with a lipstick slash lip balm. So this is how much product I got, and as you can see, the top of it is very irregular. So what I want to do is, I've already done that a little bit. Well, I will take a paper towel and put it down and press down, and I will roll the lipstick up so that it kind of presses the product down. I don't know if that makes sense. You see that the product is a little more even, but yeah, that is pretty much the final result. And yeah, that's it.